What's up, everybody? We have a special guest in the studio today, the Anthony Harrison.
It's me.
You might have recognized him from the record we did together, Garage Country. If you haven't checked that out yet, link will be in the description below, and you can go take a listen to that. We have an exciting thing we're going to do today. Anthony and I go back and forth on gear all the time. Like, what is the best gear? What is the best microphone? And I'm what you might call a broke bitch, and Anthony is what you might call...
in debt.
a gear nerd. He has the gas gear acquisition syndrome. So today we decided we're going to do some mic shootouts for you. We are going to start this video with a drum mic shootout. And then over the next couple weeks I will release vocal mic shootouts, guitar and bass miking versus direct in. We're going to do all kinds of stuff. Just me and him trying to help you at home pick whatever microphone that you want to use within your budget. So first up, I'm going to play some drums for you, and we're going to show you how it sounds, the difference between my Lewitt 040 matched pair and Anthony's
Roswell Audio K47 Minis.
And how much were those K47 minis?
You can get a matched pair of K47 Minis for $800.
And you can pick up a pair of Lewitt Audio 04 match for $189. So let your ears decide. Are you ready? These are the Lewitts. So here are the K47s. We set these up a little bit differently because they're recommended as overheads in the recorder man style. So one over the snare, equidistant to this one coming over my right shoulder. So here we go. All right, so we recorded these. You heard them, but he hasn't heard them yet. We haven't heard them yet.
Not A-B.
Because we're going to be putting these with the drums, but we want a reaction of what we think of the two. So this is just raw audio that we're going to be listening to right now. There is only a little bit of panning for the overhead situation, but there is no treatment whatsoever, no EQ, no compression, no nothing. So first we're going to start out with the Lewitt. So we're going to take a listen to this Lewitt here together and see what we think. Let me just pan a little bit like I said I was going to. Here we go. It's really crisp.
The hi-hat thing is so...
Yeah.
It does sound like it.
Yeah. So my thoughts on that is that my cymbals really sound like my cymbals, and that everything is really crisp, and that's no EQ, no compression or anything. And so you slap a little bit on that, a little bit of reverb for the room, and I think those sound really good. But we got to put them back to back with the K47. So here is a similar beat. I tried my best to do a similar beat. But what were your thoughts on the Lewitt before we move on?
It's really incredible, the sound of the cymbals that those Lewitts capture. And of course, that's something inherent with like the SDC thing. SDCs are all about like the tiny little details, you know. But I mean, for a matched pair under $200, that's impossible.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Let's assume a match pair for way above $200 and see if we could cure the gas. Warm.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of color and depth. Like that tom. But again, it's the crispness factor.
I would definitely say yeah. I feel like there's a lot of color. So if you want the cymbals to kind of be bright and stick out of the mix a little bit for like rock music, you would have to come in, I think, and EQ these two so that the high overhead was a little bit higher. Mm-hmm. I do like the way that the toms sound with them. I think like in a perfect world with lots of money, you could actually use these as like more for your tom work. And then you could use the Lewitts kind of just placed maybe near the hi-hat and the ride and then combine the two. That would be really cool. But yeah, it's you can definitely hear the difference. So if we just listen real quick, back to back, really fast, just like this section here. And then you pair that right here. I would say the K47s sound like warmer.
Yeah.
So I think it would be that if you were going to use the K47s, it would be better for you to mic your whole kit. And for the Lewitt, you can get away with just miking with just a Lewitt for your kit. Mm-hmm. So that might be like kind of like a combination type of thing.
Right, and it's sort of a horses for courses kind of thing. Horses for courses, apples for apples to oranges.
Apples
really.
to oranges.
Well, because like
he's Southern, so.
Right? Oh, can you tell? It's the difference between just like SDCs and LDCs, and something that's like really, really clear and flat versus the K47, which is sort of a take on the U47. Just
right. Which these mics, these K47s, are. What, about like $8,000 less than a pair of U47s?
So, I mean, that's an excellent point, because the thing is, you know, both of us are budget minded in our own weird little particular ways.
True.
And even though, like, I mean, I would go out and buy a pair of these Lewitts immediately. I should have already, for real. But, I mean, hell, the K47s, I used them all over my album.
Yeah.
I bought them as overheads, and then we used them as overheads, and then I was like, I'm going to try them on acoustic guitar. And they're serious as a heart attack. I tried them on electric guitar, and oh my God, just like an incredible, warm but clear-cutting kind of guitar tone. And I used every single lead vocal on my album is using those K47s.
Yeah.
So, like, the thing is about the K47s is that, yeah, they're like 4 times as much as the Lewitts, but also it's a great point that you don't have to go totally broke selling all your organs to buy a great, great, great pair of LDCs.
Yeah. I'd say if you had the money and you have multiple instruments to do, the K47s are a great option. If you don't have the money, the Lewitts are also an excellent option. So
incredible mics.
Thanks for joining us today. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thumbs up. If you don't like the video, hit the thumbs down twice. And if you want to see more content, got some videos maybe here, maybe here, maybe here. Go ahead and give that a click. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.